Dear students, in this lecture we are going to discuss about the basics of deep learning. Let us see what is deep learning. Deep learning, also known as deep machine learning, is a branch of machine learning. It's based on a set of algorithms that attempt to model high-level abstractions in data. In a deep network, there are many layers between the input and output. Deep learning is a collection of statistical machine learning techniques used to learn feature hierarchies, often based on artificial neural networks. So, deep learning is termed as deep machine learning. It is used to model high-level abstractions of data. That is, deep learning is used to perform complex tasks. So deep learning is a collection of statistical machine learning techniques which is used to learn feature hierarchies based on artificial neural networks. The deep in deep learning refers to the depth of the network. An artificial neural network can be very shallow. So the thing is that deep refers to the depth of the network. That is, in deep learning, there are many layers between the input layer and the output layer, which means that deep learning is a multi-layer artificial neural network with a large number of hidden layers. Machine learning is considered as a branch or approach of artificial intelligence, whereas deep learning is a specialized type of machine learning. So, in the field of artificial intelligence, machine learning is a subset when DL is a subset of machine learning. So, here artificial neural network is the technology that is used in deep learning. The idea is that deep learning refers to the depth of the network in artificial neural network, which means that a large number of hidden layers are existing in deep learning networks. Deep learning means a neural network with several layers of nodes between the input and output. The series of layers between input and output do feature identification and processing in a series of stages, just as our brain seems to. So, deep learning consists of a large number of layers in between the input and output, and these intermediary layers do the feature identification process, as well as these layers will process the data. These multiple layers are used for pattern recognition problems. So, deep learning is a technique for learning in neural network that utilizes multiple layers of abstraction to solve the pattern recognition problems. And in 1980s, the most neural networks were a single layer due to the cost of computation and availability of the data. So, in the earlier days, the deep neural networks are having a single layer network. It is because of the cost of computation and availability of the data. Now we will see what is the basic difference between machine learning and deep learning. In machine learning, we will give the output to our model. Then from the model, we have to perform, or we have to give some additional algorithms for doing the feature extraction. Then we have to specify the algorithm for classification. Then only the output will be produced. But in the case of deep learning, we just give the input to our model. The model will automatically perform the feature extraction as well as the classification process, and finally the output will be produced. Detailed output will be produced. In the machine learning, it specifies only car or not car, and in case of deep learning, it specifies the car or not car. If it is a car, it specifies the color, then what should be the make and what should be the model. All these things can be automatically performed by the deep learning models. Then why is deep learning important? Deep learning, on the other hand, is the first class of algorithms that is scalable and whose performance just keeps getting better as you feed the algorithms more data. This effect is visualized in the above figure. So, deep learning algorithms are scalable and performance getting better as you feed the algorithm with more data. If you provide more data to train the model, then the performance of the model increases. That is that is visualized in the particular diagram. If we are having a large amount of data, then if we train our model with large amount of data using this deep learning algorithms, then the performance of such type of model is very high compared to other models. So if the data is increasing, the amount of data is increasing, the performance of the deep learning model increases. We have always had good algorithms for learning the weights in network with one hidden layer. But these algorithms are not good at learning the weights for networks with more hidden layers. So as of now, we studied about the weights that we are given to hidden layers. But so far, our algorithms are not good at learning the weights for networks with more than one hidden layer. So what is new is, in case of deep learning, we have to use new algorithms for training many layers of the network. The basic idea is that deep neural networks have more than one hidden layer. So from the input layer, a linear transformation of the data should be happened with the help of an activation function. It moves to the hidden representation. Then from this layer, uh, this this layer will produces an output, and again that output is making a linear transformation, and an activation function is performed on that particular data, and it will be moved to the next hidden representation. Then it will be moved to the output like this. Each successive layer in the neural network uses features in the previous layer to learn more complex features. We know that our machine learning models are based upon two types of learning: supervised learning and unsupervised learning. In supervised learning, the machine learning algorithm uses a labeled dataset to infer the desired outcome. So, but we know what is supervised learning. The idea is that the output as well as input are predefined. We have to identify the mapping from input to output. This takes a lot of data and time, since the data needs to be labeled by hand. So, supervised learning is great for classification and regression problems. For example, let us say what we are running a company and want to determine the effect of bonuses on employee retention. If we had historical data, that is employee bonus amount and tenure, we could use supervised machine learning. In the case of unsupervised learning, there are not any predefined or corresponding answers. So the goal is to figure out the hidden patterns in the data. It is usually used for clustering and associative tasks like grouping customers by behavior. Amazon customers who also bought this recommendations are a type of associative task. So in the case of unsupervised learning, output is not defined. We have to find hidden patterns in the data, and this deep learning has to be proven to be an effective unsupervised learning technique. So we can use this deep learning concepts to train this unsupervised learning mechanism, or to do unsupervised learning technique, we can use this deep learning concept. One of the big challenges with traditional machine learning model is the process of feature extraction. Specifically, the programmer needs to tell the computer what kind of things it should be looking for that will be informative in making a decision. So the biggest challenge of a machine learning model is to extract the features from the dataset. So the programmer needs to tell the system what type of things that they are looking for in order to make a good decision. For complex problems such as object recognition or handwriting recognition, this is a huge challenge. Deep learning is one of the only methods by which we can circumvent the challenges of feature extraction. This is because deep learning models are capable of learning to focus on the right features by themselves, requiring little guidance from the programmer. This makes the deep learning an extremely powerful tool for modern machine learning. So the case between normal machine learning models and deep learning models is that deep learning models should perform the feature extraction by themselves. It requires a little guidance from the programmer to extract the right features from the big data set. That is why deep learning is termed as an extremely powerful tool for doing the machine learning activities now. Now we will see what are the advantages. Has best-in-class performance on problems that significantly outperforms other solutions in multiple domains. This includes speech, language, vision, playing games like Go, etc. So this is one of the algorithm which can work in multiple domains and it is having a very good performance value. Reduces the need for feature engineering, one of the most time-consuming parts of machine learning practice. So no need of feature engineering, that is feature extraction and reduction can be done by this deep learning model itself. It's an architecture that can be adapted to new problems relatively easily. So this deep learning can be adapted to new problems easily, like problems like vision, time series, language. All these things can be used with a deep learning with the help of convolutional neural networks, recurrent neural networks, LSTMs, etc. Now we'll see what are the disadvantages. It requires a large amount of data. So in the case of deep learning, we know that it contains multiple layers. So if we are having a large amount of data, then it will perform, this type of model will perform more better. Requires a large amount of data. If you only have thousands of examples, deep learning is unlikely to outperform other approaches. Another disadvantage is extremely computationally expensive to train, because if you're having a large amount of data, the computational cost is somewhat high. Do not have much in the way of strong theoretical foundation, and this leads to the next disadvantage. So in case of deep learning, there will be no particular theory, so that it will be very difficult to move forward. Then determining the topology, flavor, training method, hyperparameters for deep learning is a black art with no theory to guide you. So in the case of deep learning, nobody is there to guide you, as well as no algorithms are there. What is learned is not easy to comprehend. Other classifiers, example decision trees, regression, logistic regression, etc., make it much easier to understand what's going on. So currently, what is learned is not easy to comprehend or understood in the case of deep learning networks, and it is currently used in applications like Facebook, Google, etc. So the current application areas with deep learning, Facebook would automatically identify faces in the photographs you upload, automatically tag with the right names, instantly share them with friends and family. This is with the help of deep learning, Facebook do all these type of tasks. Then speech recognition is another area. Spoken languages are so vast and ambiguous. Baidu is one of the leading search engines of China, had developed a voice recognition system which is faster and more accurate than humans at producing text on a mobile phone in both English and Mandarin. Then Google is also using this deep learning technology to manage the energy at companies' data centers. They have cut their energy needs for cooling by 40%. So our big platforms like Facebook, as well as the Google search engine, then Baidu, all these things should use deep learning for making their outcomes perfect or making their performance better. Hope you understood the basics of deep learning. Thank you.